everyone, my name is Keely and I'm the owner and creator here at Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for another soap making video. Today I am going to be making a soap with a different recipe, and I'm going to be using 3 different butters in it. Now down in the description box is the recipe I use for all of my other soaps, but if you do want to get your hands on this particular recipe, then this is the recipe I'm sharing with my patrons over at the Create with Soy and Shea Patreon page, and I'll leave a link for that down below. But for now, let's go and see how I make my triple butter bar. Alright, so in my bucket here I have my oils all melted down, and we've got cocoa, mango and shea butter as the main featured oils in here, and then I've got some coconut oil to give us some lather, a bit of olive oil and some castor oil to help hold that lather as well. Now as you can tell from that, this is a palm free recipe, and it is also going to be vegan because I have not added any tussar silk into my lye water solution. I did a test batch of this without the tussar silk in to get a feeling for it, and those butters add such a lovely slip to that lather that I felt that we didn't need to add any tussar silk in. Now what I'm going to do is do this soap as 3 very distinct layers, and I've decided I'm going to pour off the oil and lye and mix them together like I did with the rainbow soap, but in bigger portions. And that's because I actually want each layer to set up a fair bit before I put it in, and I don't know how this fragrance oil is going to behave. The fragrance oil I'm using today is called Peppercorn Shea, and I got it from off Aussie Soap Supplies. Now when you first, not Aussie Soap, sorry, Aussie Candle Supplies. Now when you first smell this one out of the bottle, I wasn't too impressed with it. It really didn't have much oomph to it, but now I've actually poured it out the bottle and into my little glass jar to weigh it, I was hit with all the different fragrance notes. It's got shredded coconut, pineapple, red currant, shea blossom, pepper pods, it's got notes of green, so all the the leafy sort of scents, coconut milk, musk and sugarcane, and it really is very nice. They haven't put the vanillin level on the website, so I have no idea what it's going to do colour wise, but that's okay because I'm going for some quite earthy colours on this one. So we'll get that fragrance oil mixed in, and then I'm going to split it out. So I'm going to pour off 595 grams of my oil into another container and 259 grams of the lye. Then we're going to mix it together and do each of our layers, and I will be colouring my oils before adding the lye water in. So let's get this one started. Right, for the base layer of this one, I'm going to do a brown. So I have got some chocolate Mediterranean clay. So I'm going to add that in, and that will really add to the whole feel of this soap. And I'm also going to add in just a little bit of cocoa powder as well. Let's grab that spoon out, and this just makes it a really nice colour. I have done this combination in soaps in the past, and it just comes up really nice. Alright, so I've got that in there. I want it to set up quite firmly because I'm going to do a textured top on here before we mix the next colour. So that was my sort of cocoa inspired layer, and the next one I'm going to do is my mango inspired once this has firmed up and we've done our top. Alright, so there it is. The white layer is meant to represent the shea butter on there, and that is all I am going to do to this. I am going to leave this one set up overnight, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a look at those layers and see what colours we have got. Alright, so I am now ready to cut open into this triple butter bar, and I am absolutely loving it. I'm really liking how the colours have come. Really love that top as well. It's the first time I've tried doing lots of little peaks, and I'm really happy. And I can see we're going to have an interesting layer on the inside as well. So let's get this one cut open and see what it's like. And we'll tell you a bit of a funny story about this one. So I'd made this soap, and the young lad came across after school, coming to check out what I'd been doing for the day, and also looking for another soap I said I was going to be making. And he saw this one sitting on the side, and his words to me were, "This soap can't be finished yet." And I said, well, why can't this one be finished? And he told me because it had no pretty things on the top, so it can't possibly be finished. I had to explain to him this one was more about the oil than the pretty top. Let's take a look. Alright, let's grab this one from off the, or we'll grab these two from off the end and take a look at them. And that is the inside. I am really loving these rich earthy tones. I've not really done colours like this in a soap before, and I'm really loving it. I really did go for sort of that brown for the cocoa, the orange for the mango, and then that white should turn into probably a bit more of a creamy colour, because I'm suspecting this fragrance oil will actually discolour, and that would be to represent the shea. And I just love how that has come together there. The smell on this one, you definitely get that pineapple popping through from out of this fragrance, and also those little hints of coconut as well. It's quite a subtle fragrance now that it's actually gone through its saponification, but it is still there. So this is going to be perfect for those that don't like those highly scented bars. And as I said, this bar is all about the oils and not necessarily about the decorating and the fragrance. Let me just shut my blind a little bit because the sun's just come out from behind that cloud. That's better. Now we don't have a big light on there. I'm really loving how that swirl and how those layers have come together in there. So as I said, this is all about those butters. It gives a really soft lather, lots and lots of bubbles it gives, but it's really silky on the skin as well. Now if you do want to get your hands on the recipe to make this triple butter bar, then this is the recipe I am sharing with my patrons this week over on the Create with Soy Patreon page. So if you want to come and join over there, just join up at the $5 or above level and you'll be able to get your hands on that. After 3 months, the recipe will move into the $10 level if you're watching this video quite a bit later. So I hope you have enjoyed watching how I've made my triple butter bar. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. And until the next video comes out, I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you then. Bye.